Have you ever looked at someone's success and just wondered, was that all just pure luck or was it the result of some, relentless hard work? It's one of those questions that I think can quietly eat away at us. So in this explainer, we're going to explore that very idea and hopefully find a little bit of clarity, a little bit of peace with the answer.
All right, so here it is, the big question. Is success really built on luck, or is it all about hard work? I mean, we've all heard both sides, right? Some people will chalk it all up to pure chance, being in the right place at the right time. And then you have others who swear by the power of just grinding it out. But what if the real answer isn't one or the other? What if it's more about how these two things dance together? Okay, so to really get how luck and hard work connect, I think we first need to look at them on their own. Let's just define our terms. What do we really mean when we say luck or hard work?
Okay, let's kick things off with luck. Just think of it as all those things happening around us that are completely out of our control. Stuff like the family you're born into, or that one random meeting that totally changes your life's direction, or an opportunity that just seems to pop up out of thin air. It's kind of like this powerful current, right? It's definitely moving, but it really doesn't care about our plans.
And that brings us to a really, really helpful analogy. Just picture luck as the wind. You can't make it blow, right? You can't guess which way it's going to go, and you definitely can't command it to do what you want. It's just a force of nature. Sometimes it's pushing you forward, and other times, well, there's just no wind at all.
All right, now let's flip the coin and talk about hard work. See, this is the internal stuff. This is the daily effort, the discipline, the learning, the patience, and maybe most importantly, the resilience to just keep going. And unlike that unpredictable wind we were talking about, this is something that is totally 100% within our control. So, if we stick with that analogy, if luck is the wind, then hard work, that's your boat. That's the boat you build. You can't control the wind, no way, but you can build a really sturdy boat. You can learn how to set the sails, how to steer, how to navigate, and a really well-built boat, well, it can make progress even when there's not much wind at all. Okay, and this is where it all starts to click together, where it gets really interesting, because the wind and the boat, luck and hard work, they're not as separate as you might think. Turns out the quality of your boat can actually change how well you catch the wind.
I mean, think about it. We've all heard someone say it, right? Maybe we've even said it ourselves. We see someone get a great job and we go, wow, that person is so lucky. But what if what we're seeing is just the very, very tip of the iceberg? Because what we almost never see is what's underneath the surface, right? No one saw all the late nights they pull.
We didn't see the years and years of learning and practice, of just patiently honing their craft day in and day out. And maybe the biggest thing of all, we didn't see the discipline it took to keep going after failures, the grit to get back up. That one single lucky moment is so often just the visible peak of this massive hidden mountain of preparation. So here's the real kicker, the thing I really want you to take away from this. Hard work doesn't just prepare you for opportunities when they show up, it actually helps you see them in the first place. It's like it tunes your eyes and your mind to spot chances that someone who isn't prepared would just walk right past. All right, so where does that leave us? What does this mean for you, for me, for our own paths forward? Well, I think the most empowering and honestly, the most peaceful approach is to just focus on what you can actually control. So here's kind of a gentle framework you can think about. First, just work hard on what you control. That's it. Your skills, your habits. Second, try to stay open and curious about what's out there. And third, you can actually create situations for luck to find you, by meeting people, trying new things. And fourth, and this one's huge, use your failures as fuel. They're not the end, they're lessons. And finally, just be patient and consistent. This stuff doesn't happen overnight. When you boil it all down, the simple truth is this. Luck, it might open a door for you. It can give you a shot. But it's your hard work, it's what you've built, that lets you walk through that door and feel like you actually belong in the room. So, at the end of the day, what should we really rely on? I think the answer is actually really simple. Always, always rely on your hard work. And then, let luck be a bonus. When it shows up, and sometimes it will, just see it as a wonderful, welcome surprise. And that kind of brings us to our final thought here. You cannot control luck. It's just not possible. But you can always control the person you become, the skills you build, the strength you develop, your character. And that right there is a kind of success that no amount of good or bad luck can ever take away from you.